Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? And welcome to the Falcon and Winter Soldier spoiler talk. I mean, we're going to be talking about episode 1, which we didn't do last week. And we're going to break up episode 1 and episode 2 today, which it looks like there's a lot of things we're going to be talking about. And Willie has some Easter eggs that he's going to share with us. So, Willie, let's get down to it and let's talk about what we missed on episode 1 and episode 2.
We didn't miss a goddamn thing. At least I didn't. Maybe you did?
Well, fun fact, I missed on a lot of Easter eggs that I didn't see in part 2. But let's go down to part 1. Let's get down to what's going on so far.
Let's talk about the basic what's going on in this show. Falcon and Winter Soldier. So episode 1 starts out with Sam having the shield and deciding that he can't take over as Captain America because he's not worthy, sort of. And so he surrenders the shield to the government.
Yes.
Who goes and they're going to put it in a museum. And we get a quick little cameo there by Rhodey, who's talking to him about it. And he's like, you sure about this? And, basically just trying to say, listen, I am not Cap. I'm never going to be Cap. No one can be Cap, and better than just have some poser pretending to be the man with the shield. Just put the shield in a museum so everybody can see it.
Okay.
And you see, listen, this show is touching on a lot of real shit.
No, I could tell a lot of real world shit. Let's be honest.
Sam Wilson is not just a veteran; he's a hero. And you figure that will give him a little some clout in the real world, but he can't even get a loan.
Dude, at all. Which I found that oh my God, it bothered me.
Yes. And then you see Bucky going through his shit, seeing that, they might have fixed his head when he was in Wakanda, but he still has a lot of mental trauma to get over, including trying to make amends to the people he did wrong.
Yeah.
Which led to a really fucked up scene.
No, definitely, dude.
Where you see that he's trying to make amends for a person who became a friend of his, who he actually killed his son back in his Winter Soldier days.
Yeah.
That was hardcore.
Dude, hardcore as hell. And also just to point out the fact that if we look at Bucky, and, in a different view, from besides the movies, he is tired. He looks run down.
He's not just tired.
Yeah.
You see that over the course of the 2 episodes, he's not just tired, he's insecure.
Very.
Not just insecure about where his place is and where he belongs, but where his best friend left him. That comes out in the 2nd episode.
Indeed.
When he's talking to Sam, and he's still pissed off that Sam gave up the shield.
Yeah.
The first half of the second episode. The first half of the 2nd episode is him basically writing Sam hard, saying, "Why did you give up the shield?"
Yeah.
And it came to a head when he was having a therapy session. That therapist is fucking awesome, by the way.
I love
yeah. Every time she went to write on the book, he's like, "No, please." But it all came to a head when they're sitting there having the group therapy, where he tells Sam, "I don't want if you give up that shield, that means that Cap was wrong about you, and if Cap was wrong about you, then maybe Cap was wrong about me."
Yeah, that was hard. That was hard,
bro. Oh, that's rough.
I'm telling you, it's touching points in real world things. And to be honest, man, I understand both sides of the coin of this one, right? I understand why Falcon gave it up, because of course it doesn't feel like it's for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You're holding up something. You're like, man, this doesn't feel like me. This belongs to someone else. But then you have the other coin where you have the Winter Soldier, which is his best friend. That he didn't even give him that shield to him. He gave it to freaking Falcon, and he's looking at him like, dude, if he couldn't give it to me, he's giving it to you there's a reason why he's giving it to you. There's a purpose. So of course I understand why he's so mad about that. But let's continue. Okay.
All right, so that's the back and forth between Sam and Bucky, and
Yes.
I wanna point out that these shows so far between WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier
Hmm.
have done a really good job of fleshing out these characters that really didn't have a lot of fleshing out in the movies.
Indeed.
They're doing a really good job of humanizing not just them but everybody around them.
Hmm.
But the basic thing going on here is that Sam is trying to take down a group of freedom fighters essentially that call themselves the Flag Smashers.
Yes.
That's a reference to the comics. There is a character called the Flag Smasher. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
But in this show, the Flag Smashers are basically a group of people who think that things were better when the blip happened and everybody was gone, and that things went to shit the moment everybody came back because there were less people, so there were less resources to have to bandy about more people. You know, now with everybody back, resources are scarce and they're being put to the back because everybody's focusing on the ones that came back and not the ones that were there for 5 years.
Yeah.
Just pretty deep.
No, it is. And like again, like you're getting okay, of course, you're not going down the whole rabbit hole of like these are the bad guys, these are the good guys. You really
No.
have to feel out everyone's feeling. You're not there just gonna be like, yeah, I don't like this bad guy. You're really gonna have to sit there and be like, okay, what's going on? Why are they bad? And then when you kind of like realize, you're like, oh, okay, I see what's going on.
Like they're doing
Now
the
I
show.
understand.
The show is doing its best to try to make everybody have a good side.
Indeed.
And so these Flag Smashers, which are supposed to be the bad,
Yeah.
are actually just regular people who feel like they're being disenfranchised, they're being treated wrong, and they wanna get things back to the way things were
Hmm.
before everybody started coming back.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, they also happen to be pretty strong. We'll get to that in a second.
And yep.
Along with that, after Sam gives up the shield, thinking, no one else can be Cap, the government says, oh yeah, someone else can, and decides to bring back someone else to be the new Captain America.
Mm-hmm. Mr. John
And
Walker.
I like how Andre Black Nerd says that's not Captain America, that's Admiral USA. And yes, this is our introduction to John Walker,
Yep.
who in the comics is known by a couple of names. One of them is Super Patriot, but the more common name is U.S. Agent,
U.S. agent, correct.
who was the Captain America during an arc when Steve Rogers was forced to resign the name of Captain America because it belonged to the government, which meant that they wanted to have control over what he did. So it's a similar storyline.
Yeah.
And you see him at the end of episode 1, and everyone got mad, like, who is this fucking poser?
Yep.
And again, they spent the beginning of episode 2 trying to humanize this person who we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And you see how like he's sitting there, and you see like he's trying to show you that he wants to try to take on the mantle of Captain America and do right by it.
Yeah.
And he
he's
has
coming
his
as a
friend.
dick.
No, he doesn't start out that way. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like they want to make him relatable. Like, wow, I got picked to fill these really, really big shoes, and how am I gonna do that?
Yeah, all this for Good Morning America, mind you. When they're gonna
Yeah,
do
and
all
you
this
see
part
him
where you're like, oh,
in
okay.
you see him in the locker room of his old high school, and he's there, and his friend Lamar Hoskins comes up to him, and they're talking. No, you got this, man, because you're the best one. You're the best of all of us, and I know you can do it, and whatever. And so they're trying to make it look like this is not just some douchebag. Like he wants to do right by the name Captain America, and you see him being interviewed on the field with Nick Cannon, the rest of his drum line, and all that bunch of shit. But it turns out that as the episode goes along, as episode 2 goes along, you realize, no, he is a white entitled douchebag.
He is. He's a total dick.
And not just that,
I don't really like him.
his friend Lamar,
Mhm.
although he may not be as entitled, is from the same mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, both of them are in the comic books. Like I said, John Walker is mostly known as U.S. Agent, but Lamar Hoskins is also known as a superhero, and he calls out and he gives his call sign out when they had that really, really, really uncomfortable conversation, Bucky and Sam with them in the Jeep, and he said he was Battlestar. Battlestar is a hero in the comic books. Something about Battlestar and U.S. Agent that hasn't happened yet. They're super soldiers.
But yeah, okay, that's what I was gonna touch base on part right now, because they don't look like they're super soldiers yet.
They're not super soldiers yet. As a matter of fact, there's this whole thing where Sam and Bucky are infiltrating where the Flag Smashers are stealing supplies, and it seems that they're all super soldiers.
Yeah.
And in the process of trying to scope them out, they see that in one of the trucks, it looks like they have a hostage. And so Bucky gets in that truck to basically rescue her until he finds out that, oh no, she's not a hostage. She's with them.
And gets kicked in the damn chest.
He gets knocked the fuck out of that truck. And not only is she with them, she's the leader.
Talk about fucked up.
we get to another comic book reference, because her name is Carly Morgenthau, who in the comic books is the Flag Smasher. Only in the comic books, it's a guy named Carl Morgenthau. So they gender bended the leader of the Flag Smashers. Okay. And yes, they are all super soldiers, and they take Bucky and Sam out behind the woodshed. In the process, wrecking Redbird.
Oh my god! That actually hurt me seeing that part.
That was very painful to me.
I was like,
and in the middle of all that, a Wish.com Captain America shows up with Battlestar to try to help out, and they get their asses kicked.
Dude, tell me you didn't feel so corny when they just showed up out of nowhere with the helicopter. Hey, can you jump in? And oh god, just shut up.
They got handled. They got handled.
Oh, they did. But
the only cool thing that happened was that Battlestar got knocked off the truck, and a Wish.com Captain America threw the shield to prevent him from hurting himself.
Yeah, which I'm gonna that part. All right, so far we have hand-me-down Cap right here, which he's actually pretty good with the shield. Like,
yes,
really, really good. But he's actually pretty good with the gun as well when he shoots one of the guys.
Yeah, a gun.
Yeah. Which I was like,
by the way, is not that crazy a thing, because Falcon in his role as Captain America did have guns. Yeah. And so did Bucky when he was Captain America. But it is jarring because we have not seen that in the MCU until now.
Yeah.
Technically that's not true, because in Captain America, the first Avenger, you do see Steve Rogers using a gun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you do.
That was during World War II. No, not Winter Soldier. Not
Winter Soldier. The first one, the first Cap. I'm sorry.
Captain America, yeah, the first Avenger.
Yes.
But whatever. So now they established U.S. Agent, Battlestar, the Flag Smashers, Carl Morgenthau, who's now Carly, and it's like, what else do they have?
Oh,
well, in the middle of episode 2, Bucky decides, Sam, I think we need to go meet somebody.
Yep.
And they go to Baltimore, and they go to somebody's house without saying anything. No, because we came to see so and so. No, he don't live here. Hey, tell him that I'm the guy that had that fight with him in that bar. And we meet Isaiah, a gentleman that had a run-in with Bucky back in the 50s. And we find out that this man is also a super soldier.
Yep.
Which was poignant for a bunch of reasons. First, if we're going to get to the Easter egg part, that's Isaiah Bradley, who was a Captain America during World War II. He was just a black Captain America. Yes. He was part of the super soldier program that gave Steve Rogers his powers. And no one had ever said anything about him.
Yeah,
and that was something
it was bad, man.
That was something that Sam was upset about. It's like, you mean to tell me there was a black Captain America and no one ever said anything?
Oof.
They hit the race thing hard.
Oh my god! Even after that part, but let's keep going.
Also, a quick little Easter egg.
Yeah.
The person who answered the door is Isaiah's grandson. Elijah. Elijah Bradley later becomes Patriot of the Young Avengers. So it's not obvious by now that they're pushing towards the Young Avengers between Wiccan and Speed, and they're going to bring up Miss Marvel and eventually America Chavez, and Scott Lang's daughter Cassie, and what's her name in the Hawkeye show? I forgot her name now.
The daughter?
Whatever. They're basically establishing the Young Avengers.
Yes.
So yes, we saw Elijah Bradley, we saw Patriot, we saw Black Captain America, and there was a really hard scene where cops show up,
dude,
and they're trying to be all professional and stuff, but they're harassing Sam.
Big time, yeah.
Can we see some ID? Can we see some ID? Hey, I'm sorry. Is he bothering you? Telling Bucky, is he bothering you? I'm like, dude. And Bucky's like, no. Do you know who this is? And one cop turns to the other and says, whispers, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you with the goggles."
Yeah, I was like, dude, really?
Like again, the whole profiling black people.
Yeah.
To then go and arrest Bucky because there was a warrant out for him.
Which I was like, yeah. Oh, really?
So many things that they've established here and so many things that they've touched on that are kind of uncomfortable.
No. And you know what? But it's okay. It needs to be touched. I mean, if we keep this kind of like in the wraps, then we're just like whatever. I like the fact that they're bringing real world stuff into this, dude.
They're bringing it in, and they're bringing it in a way that lets everybody see. Listen, this is how shit really is.
Yeah, it's actually true.
But there was one more Easter egg that had to be brought up.
Okay, which is,
and we see Carly Morgenthau, the Flag Smasher, the head Flag Smasher, and her team getting holed up in an internet cafe that becomes a safe house for them. Oh, here we have food for you, and we have a place for you to sleep, and we're part of your cause, and all this bunch of stuff. And she gets a message: "You stole something from me. We're gonna find you, and we're gonna kill you."
What was that about?
The people. Remember at one point there was people that were chasing them, and one of the Flag Smashers decided to sacrifice himself so the other ones can get away.
Yes.
Those people are the power brokers.
Power brokers. Okay.
The power broker is a sort of kind of behind the scenes kingpin.
Oh, okay.
That is responsible. The Power Broker Corporation is responsible for making people into super soldiers. So they're the ones that were making whatever formula that the Flag Smashers took. I guess, stole the formula from them so that they can get strong, and they're making other super soldiers. So they're basically super soldiers are us.
I got you. So, okay, so now, I see that now we have a big twisted tale of everything going on here now.
All these things have been established, and we're only 2 episodes in.
Yeah, which I'm actually pleased with all this,
and then
the ending, of course.
And the ending, because Sam and Bucky don't understand where all these super soldiers are coming from. They figure, all right, when John Walker and his boy Lamar were referencing us, they were referencing us like, they were referencing me like, no, because you're people.
Mm-hmm.
And Sam is like, nah, don't talk about it. I mean, because, I don't think, they're going to go and sit there and talk about all white people. No. It's not about white. When he said my people, he was talking about Hydra.
Huh.
Which means that something's going on that I should know about because Hydra was involved.
Yeah.
And since I don't know what it is, there's only one person we can go ask to see what's going on. We got to go talk to Zemo.
Boy.
And that's when we get. That's when we get him, popping up at the end of the episode. And of course, the fucking episode ended there because fuck them.
Dude, this is getting fucking real. I can't wait.
There are so many plates spinning in the air right now.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to be honest, man. between episode 1 and 2, I'm hooked on this shit. I'm really hooked. Like I want to see more. Then of course you get like the ending, and then the end credits have these beautiful like city life type of thing going off with the walls, and you see certain pictures. I mean, I'm telling you, this show is really well made. I'm actually looking forward to the other episodes, which I wish it was Friday already to see episode 3.
Now,
but man,
this show
yeah,
is only going to have 6 episodes.
I'm very hurt about that.
So we're not going to get the same 9 episode freaking train that WandaVision put us through.
Yeah.
But this one's more straightforward. Yes, we have a lot of things in the air, and we have a lot of things being established. I'm not going the route that I did with WandaVision. I'm not going to go down the route of, I see that this is going to happen and that's going to happen. I'm not going to go with my theories. No. Yes, I have my idea. I have ideas of what's going to happen, but I'm going to keep them to myself. Mm-hmm. I'm going to see where things are going. I'm just going to let things they established Elijah Bradley, one more step towards the Young Avengers.
Okay.
Soon enough, they're going to have the Ms. Marvel show. And Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is where they're gonna supposedly establish America Chavez.
Yeah.
Hawkeye has the one person whose name I forgot right now. That's another Young Avenger. Ant-Man 3, which I forgot the working title for that, is gonna establish a older Cassie Lang, who is also a member of the Young Avengers. Something, because of WandaVision, and I guess into Doctor Strange 2, we're going to eventually find out what happened to Wiccan and Speed. And they'll be there. And they did say that they're going to do Ironheart.
Yeah.
Riri Williams.
They did. I remember.
So, Young Avengers is coming.
Yeah. And yeah, let's see. I'm actually looking forward to that. And I don't know. I mean, look, I know you don't want to do a lot of speculating about this part, but the only thing I see is that we're going to be looking at a bad Captain America, and then somewhere on the line, Falcon is going to take up the mantle. Now, my thing is, I'm still kind of hazed out on the fact that we're not sure what's going to happen to Bucky. Either Bucky's going to be his side guy to be the buddy cop type of thing, because they have this bro I hate you moments, which is amazing because I love it.
No. They don't like each other.
Yeah.
In the therapy session, Sam already said, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take care of this problem right here.
Yep.
And then after we're done with this, we're gonna go and take a long vacation from each other, and then we're never gonna see each other again.
Yeah.
So there's tension between them, but they know that there's shit that they have to do.
Yeah, which I'm actually okay with. But I have a feeling, this is just me, and I think in the end of all this whole episode, they're gonna like each other the same way that Cap and Bucky had that relationship. It's somewhere in there. And if they don't, they're gonna respect each other.
I feel that they're gonna come out of this, maybe not liking each other, but respecting the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
Because Sam is going to understand where Bucky came from.
Mm-hmm.
Bucky's going to understand where Sam came from.
Yeah.
And so they're going to come out of my opinion. Mm-hmm. They're going to come out of this respecting each other more. One of them is going to be Captain America. Mm-hmm. I have my money on Sam.
Oh yeah, all of it.
The other one is still going to be around, because another thing that I think they're going to start establishing in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Because She-Hulk is going to be a thing.
Yes.
And we already established that Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is going to be in that series. And so is Thunderbolt Ross.
Hopefully as Red Hulk.
Hopefully, but I have a feeling that they're going to establish the Thunderbolts.
Actually, yes. But they also mentioned, correct me if I'm wrong, they're gonna bring out what's this bad guy from the Incredible Hulk movie?
Abomination. He's coming back.
Abomination. Yes, he's coming back as well. But which I want to see how that's gonna come out. That's gonna be interesting to see if that guy comes out.
I feel they're going to establish the Thunderbolts. For those who don't know, it's sort of like an Avengers that you keep in your back pocket for doing the dirty job. Think Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Members of that group include Bucky Barnes, the second Black Widow, Natalia Bulova was her name. I forgot. I know her last name is Bulova.
Okay.
Which is a Black Widow's sister in the Black Widow movie, who was supposed to be established by now and hasn't been. She's a member of the Thunderbolts.
All right.
Thunderbolt Ross, of course, is a member of the Thunderbolts as Red Hulk. And two members that I would love to see. One of them is Venom, and the other one is Deadpool.
Oh my God. You know what? I'm
But again,
just going to wait till that happens.
That's pure speculation. I'm not going to lean on it like I did with WandaVision. I'm not going down that right again. Everyone who got upset because WandaVision didn't do this and didn't show that, listen, that's all our fault because we put that in there. Yeah. They didn't give that to us.
Nah, they didn't. They even told us just watch the series. Don't even think about just watching it.
And I'm throwing you in there because you wanted the Fantastic Four so much that you heard about some imbecile with a lot of money that wanted to send 3 people to space, and you immediately said, "Oh, Fantastic Four."
So what are you trying to say?
That you fucked up too.
Okay, fine. I'll take all blame for that. Okay, fine.
You have no choice.
I don't. I have to. Yes, I know. I did. Jesus Christ. But still, there's still hope somewhere there.
We all got wrapped up. We all got wrapped up in the idea of, oh my God, there's more to this than meets the eye. And instead of just looking at the show for what it was.
Yeah, it's true. But again, that's human nature because that's what we're going to be doing anyways. Even now with the Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'm going to take a wild guess. A lot of people are going to be like, you know what? We should just wait till this whole thing finishes. But there's a few out there that they're going to be doing the same thing like we're doing. That we're going to be like, there's a possibility that this might happen. Maybe this. Yeah. Hey, Young Avengers. There's a lot more that they're probably looking forward to.
Young Avengers is absolutely going to happen because they have established pretty much all the members. And the ones that have not been established yet are about to be.
Okay.
So that one's a given. But we're looking at, okay, John Walker is not a super soldier yet. Lamar is not a super soldier yet. But we think that they're going to be. They're going to have to be. And they're going to keep up with Bucky and Sam.
I mean, they're going to have to. Yeah.
Yeah. Are there going to be any cameos? I don't know. We saw Rhodey.
Yeah, which he was just
Are we going to see anybody else?
I don't know.
We'll have to see. The bottom line is this show is entertaining, and I'm on board.
Yeah, guys. I mean, yeah. With everything that we just talked about right now about Falcon and Winter Soldier, what do you guys think? Do you have any speculations that you guys want to bring up? Maybe even shine some light of something that we might have missed. Maybe something a hairline thin, or even something so big that we didn't even see it. Please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts, and let's have a conversation about this because it's a must. And we can't wait for episode 3. And of course, once we get episode 3, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna have a little spoiler talk and much more. So comment down below. Let us know what you guys think, and let's have a conversation. Willie, any final words?
Cool show.
Amazing. Thank you.
Listen, it's 10 p.m. on a Sunday night. I don't know what the fuck you want from me.
Just a high five, maybe?
Yeah, a high five over speakers. Let's do that.
Yeah, sure. Right.
Let's do that. Yeah, sure.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow with a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks, and we'll see you soon. Peace.
Bye.